situation. If you guys don't know, Dragonball Fighterz hasn't had a great week at all, with the tournaments being pulled from the game, well, the games being pulled from tournaments, and pretty much that's been going on. Now, the IP holders for the game is Namco Bandai. The IP holders for animation, such as the episodes you guys love so much, is Toei Animation, and the manga side is Shueisha. But Shueisha also has pretty much the IPs over the whole character. All the characters, Shueisha got the IPs. And the one thing you gotta remember is that a lot of stuff happens. So let's get right into it. Let's kind of, because I want to get into the article. Because the article gives you a better explanation. I pretty much summarized it, and yeah, I can summarize these articles for you guys. But it's been strange. And the thing is, licensing has been affecting arcade games for a while, and esports have been affecting games for a while. So I'm going to go into both of these aspects of what's been going on, what the hell is happening, and who's, handling it. So, Dragonball Fighterz is the best fighting game of 2018 and one of the year's best title overall. But the game has been pulled from two popular tournaments for unknown reasons. Organizers for Evo Japan, which will be held in February. Yeah, they always hold theirs earlier than ours. Announced the tournament lineup of featured games a few weeks back, and Dragonball Fighterz and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate were surprisingly absent from the list. What I'm confused about is what's going on with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now here's the thing, Ultimate has just came out, so they might want to patch stuff. It depends. If it's not at American fucking Evo, then something's going on over there. And I'll make a video on that when more information drops like a bomb. So insiders from the fighting game community explained they knew about the situation. Rod Brussel, I don't know what his name is, took to Twitter, shared his information gathered according to my resources in cryptic tweets. The rights holder for both the games told Evo they could not be used. Nintendo of Japan for Smash and Namco Bandai for Toei Animation. I'm not for Toei Animation, for Dragonball Fighterz. Now let me explain. Toei Animation already pretty much confirmed they have nothing to fucking do with this. So, they said they have no knowledge and they have no reason to prevent tournaments from going on. And the thing is, Toei Animation is only in charge of the animation side. There's a lot to go into when it comes to the IPs of major franchises like Dragon Ball, like Marvel, like any of those, like even DC. But these Warner Brothers games handle DC, not Warner Games in NetherRealm. So those are two games those are the only ones that are being held. So, as arguably breakout hit in the fighting game community in 2018, and for the whole year, Dragonball Fighterz dominate the conversation and events such as Evo 2018 this year. However, while the game has built up popularity among fighting game enthusiasts, Toei Animation, the IP holder, Dragonball has commented on the building criticism on why they hasn't appeared at more fighting game tournaments and events. So, on the official Twitter, basically on the Twitter they say we have no knowledge of what's going on, responding to a tweet. This is one thing that's very confusing, so I'm going to give my opinion. So, pretty much, licensing has been hurting and affecting fighting games. One major example being Marvel. With no X-Men characters, you couldn't do much. And the thing is, I don't blame any really division, and I'm sorry if you guys heard that. I had to get my wallet real quick. But I blame mainly Marvel for being stingy and Capcom for not trying with that game. With Fighterz, though, it's an awkward situation because there's no character they can't use. There's no reason why they should be copyrighting it. And honestly, we thought it was for the Dragon Ball World Tour and all that, and with Withdrew, we're okay with that. But are the World Tour still going on? That's what I'm curious about. And each article I've read so far for doing the research for this video hasn't said anything about the World Tour. Now, the reason why this is also a bad thing is that you need to get out there in tournaments so your game can get more exposure, so it can get more love. Casual people like to look at Dragon Ball players, and people who play the game like to look at high level of skills do better than them. It is a back and forth roller coaster with that, and that's the thing. If you don't have any viewership, you're not gonna get as popular. You possibly almost killed the game. And before I hear Marvel fans be like, "Woo, we're back in business," no, your game's been dead for a year. Let it go. Anywho, but it's you need that exposure. And here's the thing, I'm very iffy if it appears that probably not even gonna appear at American Evo, Dragonball Fighterz could be done. Hell, they haven't announced a season 2 for DLC, even though I don't think that's coming. Don't quote me on this. I think it's coming in spring 2019, but I could be wrong because the deluxe edition is coming out. But that also kind of leads into something. Deluxe editions with everything in the game usually lead to no season 2. And the reason why is because they feel like the game's done, people already have the DLC they want. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed with the DLC we did get, because it's like we have 4 different variations of Goku now at this point, and 4 different variations of Vegeta. But that could have went to Kel, Kefla, Gogeta, anyone else. And it's like, you knew the bundled version of Dragonball Fighter was planned, that included DLC and one nice affordable package, because this is for the deluxe edition. We finally got a trailer for this new deluxe edition a few days ago, and I didn't know that. But the news is now cast in the shadow of what is happening with the games in the tournament scene. And this is bad. No DLC. No further DLC. No one's gonna care to try to get better at the game. You need 2 things. You need tournament exposure, and you need DLC to keep a game going. And it's really hard to do that, especially nowadays. But I'm really curious on how they're gonna try to address the situation. Neither Shueisha or Namco Bandai has made an official statement, and I'm really concerned about that. Only Toei has, and Toei has nothing to do with what's going on, and it's a long road. And I'm not gonna cut out these pauses because shit, I'm just trying to get this video out. And I feel like licensing has been ruining fighting games for a while, because like you don't get all the characters you want. I feel like esports has been dominating fighting game potential and the rival, and it's sad. It really is kind of sad, because for most people, they don't want to get into esports. I don't want to get into esports. No one wants to. I like looking at them. Like, that's a really major thing. I like looking at tournaments and stuff, because I like looking at high level gameplay and looking at people play the game and see all the new shit they do and try to imitate that in like the training labs. But it's like at this point we can't do that, because it's like these companies are out here. It's not even companies, but it's like companies actually sit here and look at the stats, look at everything from tournaments, and they're like, okay, then we'll choose to continue supporting this. And another thing, like, they're going after that, but what about for people who make content for the game? I honestly don't think that's gonna affect us all that much. I mean, the only reason I haven't made any Dragon Ball content is I've been bored of the game. I've been legit bored of it, and it's not that I don't love the game. I love playing the game. It's a fun ass game. It just, at certain times, the game has legit kind of lost its flair to me. And not that it's a bad game. It always looks good. It's a beautiful game. I still play it on occasion, but I play it casually. Don't really record it as much because it's like fighters don't get as much views as Xenoverse or mods or whatever. But I like watching people play it. I like to experience it, and I really wish they wouldn't do this to tournaments. And again, what really sparks back interest is DLC Season 2, but isn't gonna happen now that, you know, they made the deluxe bundled edition. Another game that's falling in this route, but, you know, in the opposite direction, where they're using esports to an advantage, but they're doing it in the wrong way. Street Fighter V, because they're out here putting ads in the game. And yes, I do own Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, so it's like, I might can turn these off, but companies shouldn't have the option to fucking do this. But overall, it's a strange situation. It is a strange situation, and I really wish there's not a lot of info, there's not a lot of events being held for Dragon Ball Fighterz at the moment. But honestly, I feel like when we get talk from Namco Bandai, we'll have a full-on thing. I don't want to make this video too long, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fighting game news and JRPG news. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.